If you've been arrested in the past, you want to know if you're eligible for record sealing or record expunction. Well, if you're not asked the right questions, you're certainly not going to get the right answers, and you're no closer to taking care of that record. How was your case resolved? Did you plead guilty or no contest? That makes a difference. Were you adjudicated, or was adjudication withheld? What crime were you arrested for, and what offense did you ultimately resolve to? Was it by way of a plea? Do you have a list of the enumerated felonies that are not eligible for sealing and expunction? Did you know that there are some misdemeanors that aren't eligible? Look, to even get in the door and petition the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, you have to have pled no contest. That means you couldn't have entered into a guilty plea, and adjudication must have been withheld on the case, meaning that you weren't technically convicted. But the record sealing arena is the only place that a withhold of adjudication really matters a whole lot. Otherwise, with that criminal record, a withhold of adjudication for a felony or an adjudication for a felony is pretty much going to be viewed the same way by potential employers, schools, and universities. I'm William Moore, and I know that a criminal conviction for even a misdemeanor, let alone a felony, can really affect you year after year, month after month. If you're like most people, you've been putting off talking to an attorney about getting record work done because Florida law seems to be somewhat confusing as to whether or not someone's eligible. For lawyers that handle these types of filings all the time, it's really straightforward. You can call me right now and I'll let you know in under 2 minutes whether or not you can have your record sealed, whether or not you can have your record expunged, or whether you're ineligible. Do you know the difference between record sealing and record expunction? Record expunction is only available to people that had their case dismissed. Cases get dismissed voluntarily by prosecutors. The ultimate difference between a record sealing or an expunction shouldn't be your concern at this stage of the game. Have you noticed that when you've been pulled over at contact with law enforcement officers that they tend to treat you differently? Is it any surprise that police officers are often accused of treating people with a prior arrest record very differently than those without a mark? Some firms charge to evaluate your history and determine whether or not you're eligible to petition the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. At our law firm, we don't charge for evaluations, including sealing expunction evaluations. Call us now and we'll let you know within a couple of minutes whether or not you're eligible. If so, are you eligible for a sealing or an expunction? How long will the process take to file and complete? If you can do it yourself, and what documents you will need to get the process going. I know all about record sealing and expunction. I used to own and operate a record sealing and expunction law firm. It was called the Criminal Record Clinic. Our lawyers have sealed and expunged hundreds of criminal records. We don't have kicked back cases from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Are you interested in filing with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement yourself? We provide application packets at no charge for do-it-yourselfers. My name is William Moore. Give me a call, and I can help you get the ball rolling on this.